Billy back here with Broship of the Nerds, and today I thought I would end the night by showing you what movies I personally have that I either need to rewatch or watch for the first time. And then once I'm done watching all this, I will reorganize my collection because once you hit a certain amount of movies, you get to where it's hard to organize, right? A to Z would be easy, sure, but I do A to Z with TV shows, and then I do the Burtonverse, ABC, and then the MCU in release order, and then it's sort of A through Z for the rest of it. But what I'm wanting to do is to reorganize my collection after I finish watching what I need to watch. So I'm going to show you the films I have yet to watch that I either need to see for the first time or it's a rewatch. So bear with me as I go through a bunch of films that I plan on at some point watching. Some of these I will tell some of the stories. I'll try to keep it brief though. Okay, so you have Blade, Blade 2, Blade Trinity unrated version. My buddy Eddie gave me these, which you might know him from the Trick or Treaters. These are films I've seen on VHS, but I was really young when I watched them, so I need to give them a rewatch because I don't remember them that well. So these are rewatch films, but I do plan on watching them at some point. The next three films, I was curious. So my local town has deals on movies. I have Hotel Transylvania, Hotel Transylvania 2, and Hotel Transylvania 3. I thought for $1 I would take a chance on them, see if I like them, and they would be fun spooky season watches. Next up, we have Night of the Living Dead. This is the original classic, Night of the Living Dead. So I'm looking forward to watching this. I've never seen this film. Everyone says it's good. So I bought this. My buddy's like, dude, for $1, just get it. Next up, I've only seen the new Final Destination, so my buddy told me to get the others. So I did find at the dollar store Final Destination, Final Destination 2, which I've heard that's one of the better ones, Final Destination 3. So I look forward to checking out all of those, and I will be sharing my thoughts on some of those as I go through more of my movie collection. Okay. Jennifer's Body rewatch. I got it for $5, as you can see. This is a rewatch. I watched this years ago, but it's not fresh enough in my mind to be able to like tell people about it. Like, oh yeah, I remember this. I just remember Megan Fox being incredibly awesome in it, but I need to give it a rewatch. Hocus Pocus. Of course, I've seen this multiple times. This is just kind of a fun thing because I have it on DVD. They had it was like $2 or $3 at Dollar General to get the Blu-ray, but it just has the Blu-ray disc. It does not come with the DVD. Luckily, I already have the DVD, but I wanted to see what the visual upgrade looked like on Blu-ray. Next, we have Goosebumps, The Headless Ghost. There's The Headless Ghost, Awesome Ants, and Teacher's Pets. These are 3 episodes I cannot recall ever watching, at least not in my adult life. So when I saw this for a reasonable price, I was like, I'm going to get this because I'm trying to get more of the Goosebumps episodes on DVD. Next up, we have the Chloe Grace Moretz Carrie, and I love that cover there. I found this at a V-Stock, and I could not pass it up. Next up, this was a Walmart buy. Road Dolls, The Witches of Eastwick, Practical Magic, and a 2020 remake with Anne Hathaway of The Witches. So it's 4 movies for $20. Was in a witch mood. I was like, I'm going to watch this. And last from Stack 1, The Craft. I've never seen this before. I recognize Nev Campbell, of course, but this is one of those that my buddy Eddie was talking about. Like, dude, you got to watch this. Check it out. It's not a long movie. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It's a nice, fun watch. It's like, I'll give it a shot. Cool. So that is Stack 1 of the movies I need to watch. Stack 2, A Christmas Carol. Now, I've seen multiple takes of this one. I've probably even seen this one before when I was in school, but I haven't actually sat down and watched this one in a long time. So I want to make sure I've seen this. I don't recall if I have or not because I know I've seen multiple Christmas Carol movies, but I want to check out this one and see what my thoughts are. Overcomer, bought this, as you can tell, on a Black Friday sale when Walmart used to do those things. This is about a coach who loses his basketball team coach job and is gonna coach cross country, and his one runner has asthma. It's a Christian movie. I think I'll enjoy it. I really liked some of the other Christian movies I've seen, so this is one of those I think I'll enjoy. Next, we have ones that were recommended by a friend. Bad Boys. Bad Boys 2. Now, I was told the second one's better, but I wanted to give both of them a watch because it has two people that I like, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, and I feel like it's going to be a fun dynamic, so I will definitely check those out. Scary Movie. Just an awesome film. Got it for like $1. So I was like, I can't go wrong for that. I've already seen it, but I want to rewatch it because it is so much fun. This Means War. As you can see, this was one of those like uh, rental films that was resold. It was also $1, even though it says $2.99, or buy any two for only $5. This is one of those films. I saw a trailer for it, but for some reason, I think that might have been before my big theater going days. So it just looked cool. You have Reese Witherspoon, Chris Pine, and Tom Hardy. It always looked fun to me. I just was never got around to seeing it. So now I finally got a copy. A movie that everybody talks about, V for Vendetta. I was told this is must watch. This was another one of those, oh my god, I can't believe they have this for $1. I'm going to pick it up due to what my friends have told me. So this is one of those, most of my friends have seen it. I'm just the odd one out that has not watched it yet. Robin Hood. This was a movie I got on Black Friday for a deal one year. Started watching it, and then I think I was in college and I was getting talked to about having to go to help with the chore or something. And so I never got back around to watching it. And here we are. What did this come out in? This came out in 2004 or 2000, no, 2000, 2010. And so, yeah, I would have been in college. I started watching it. I got like 5 minutes in. It's like, hey, I need you to come do something. Okay, cool, no worries. And so here we are 15 years later, and I never got to finish that movie. So I will sit down and watch this. Great cast. Looking forward to it. This one was a dollar movie. Leonardo DiCaprio and Shutter Island. This was one of those in the trailers. It looked spooky. It looked good. I was like, let me check this out. Back then I just never, once again, didn't really get it. Didn't go to a lot of movies during college. I was working in school, so I only went to a rare movie during the school year. And then most of the time it was the summer. So I was back then I was seeing mostly the summer releases. So I missed a lot of the fall releases because of school. I was just busy with school and work. And then we have Zodiac. This is one that haven't heard a lot about, but it has Mark Ruffalo, Jake Gyllenhaal, Robert Downey Jr., and it says based on a true story. I thought, whoa, I think I'm gonna like this. It's almost 2 hours and 40 minutes long, but I figured, hey, with that cast, it's probably gonna fly by. So that's stack two. Stack three. We only have five, so we're getting through this pretty quick. Stack three. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. This is one of those, it was on TV when I was a kid, and I remember watching it. I just can't tell you any details because I was so young whenever I watched it. So it's one of those where I know I've seen it, but I can't remember anything because I probably haven't seen it since I was like 8. And I was in Chicago on a boat tour, and they pointed out some of the buildings they used for this film. But just that cover's so cool. You can definitely tell it's a throwback. It's an older film, and I love it. It's got Matthew Broderick, Ferris Bueller's Days Off, and it just looks great. So this is one of those I need to watch. Jurassic Park 3, for completionist purposes, I was seeking the rest of the films. I had all but 2 and 3, and I also have The Lost World. So here we go. So I was like, and I love the shiny cover, both of The Lost Worlds. So I'm like, I want to have the whole set. The only one I need now is the brand new one that I saw in theaters twice. I need to buy a copy of it. Next up, we have The Miracle Season, another one of those sales ones where it was inspired by a true story. I know it's supposed to be sad and tragic, and you just have to be in the right mood to watch one of those. And I just haven't ever been in that mood. When I bought it, I thought this is a good deal for this price. I'm eventually going to check it out. This movie, it says here, 2018. Here we are in 2025, and I've yet to watch it. So that's my plan: is these movies that have been sitting around or ones I've gotten recently, just sit down and watch them, see what I think, and then ones I don't like, I'll donate them to a place that sells them for $1. Okay, cool. I can do that. King Kong. This is one of those. Once again, I'm not sure if I've seen it or not because there was Mighty Joe Young, but yeah, King Kong's one of those films that somehow I missed. And I want to go back and watch it because everyone talks about this. It's 3 hours and 8 minutes. So I don't know for sure if I've seen this one or not. Because I have a buddy of mine that's really into the MonsterVerse movies, and he's the one that kind of got me into Godzilla. Well, he did get me into Godzilla. So that's that. Then we have the Karate Kid collection. It's got Karate Kid, the Karate Kid 2, the Karate Kid Part 3, and the next Karate Kid. A 4-pack. I got this in an antique shop, and at first I thought it was missing a movie, but then I didn't realize there were 2 movies in the final case that had Part 3 and next Karate Kid. I'm looking forward to this. I eventually plan on watching these and going down the rabbit hole. If I end up loving these, which I think I will, then I will go down that rabbit hole of Cobra Kai. The reason I've been avoiding Cobra Kai is I knew I needed to see these beforehand. So yeah, there's the Karate Kid movies. Venom: The Last Dance. I love the first 2 films, despite what people may say about them. I enjoy them for what they are. Good action flick. I got the 4K. I love the cover. Definitely need to sit down and watch this. Waking Ned Devine. This is one that I was at a movie store the first day it opened, and one of my theater buddies like, "Hey, dude, just get it for $1," because they were doing a deal like 10 movies for $10. Otherwise, it was like 2 apiece. So like if you get exactly 10, it's $10. So I bought this. I got this movie on a buy based on a recommendation of a friend. It sounds hilarious. The premise, from what he told me, sounds great. It's one of those ones that not a lot of people that I haven't seen a lot of things posted about it, but I'm sure if I went around asking people, "Hey, have you seen Waking Ned Devine?" There's going to be a decent amount that said, "Oh yeah, I've at least heard of it or seen it." The Revenant, Leonardo DiCaprio. Everyone says this is good. Picked it up at a Black Friday sale. Never sat down and watched it, but DiCaprio is a very good actor, one of the best. And this is over 2 hours, so I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I enjoy those longer movies, but I think I'll enjoy that in the winter because there's snow on the cover. For some reason, it's fun to sit inside when it's cold and put on a movie about snow and then warm up with a blanket and a hot beverage. The Return of Ren Tin Tin. For some reason, the cover's on the inside of the case and not on the outside. It got torn off. It was one of those cheapo things. I just never got down to watching it. So yeah, that's one of those I've had for years. Then we have The Black Dahlia. This was one of those dollar movies as well. Uh, it's got a great cast based off the most notorious unsolved murder in California history. And I've always wanted to learn about the Black Dahlia. I'm not the biggest on serial killer documentaries. It just, ew, you know what I mean? But I like movies that tell a story on real events like that. So I'm curious to hear about the Black Dahlia and what went down in a movie sort of way. So I guess that's where I'm going with that. I don't mind serial killer stuff, but I'm not big on the documentaries. It just something about it just makes me go, ugh. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I've seen this, but it's been so long. I found the 10th anniversary edition, and it includes an exclusive photo book inside. So I'm excited. This is one of those I've watched. I remember being wacky and enjoying it. I just want to go back and rewatch it with a fresh perspective because it's Tim Burton and he's great. He's my favorite director, as you guys know, as I've said once or twice on this channel. So yeah, that's one I definitely want to watch. The Marvel The Eternals. They said it was very ambitious, and I was told if they would have done like an episode per character and then done a movie, it would have worked better. But it just had too many characters, from what I've been told. That is the end of Stack 3. Now we're getting to the children's list. The list of the stack of movies that the inner child in me wants to see. Classic Christmas favorites. This is 10 movies, 10 animated specials you've grown up with and loved. These are, you've got Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The Leprechaun's Christmas Gold, Pinocchio's Christmas, The Stingiest Man in Town, The Year Without a Santa Claus Deluxe Edition. It also includes Rudolph's Shiny New Year and Nestor the Long-Eared Christmas Donkey, Frosty's Winter Wonderland, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July. So yeah, I look forward to this. This is one of those when Christmas season hits, I'm going to get some hot chocolate or some coffee or hot tea even and sit down and watch this collection. Not all of it at once, obviously, but I will sit down and pace it out. It's like 6.5 hours of animated. So yeah, I love it. I don't have a lot of Christmas movies, but I'm just trying to add to them. I realize I have a lot of spooky season stuff, but I'm wanting more Christmas stuff. Zookeeper, Kevin James, got this on a sale, or no, wait a minute. It just has a promo sticker on. Never mind. I got this for $1 at the movie store. This is one of those that I think I had seen a preview. It looked fun. I just never had the chance to get around to see it. So I'm starting to try to find these films that I missed over the years. So I'll get some of the new stuff, but then it's like, all right, let's get back to some of the older stuff that's been out for a little while. I would love to get my hands on Night in the Museum. There's a lot of films. As a collector, there's always a film you still need to get. So that's why I like film collecting. The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I've seen this, just been a long time. Need to rewatch it. The Spy Kids trilogy. Spy Kids, Real Spies, Only Smaller. Spy Kids 2, The Island of Lost Dreams, and Spy Kids Game Over. The triple feature 3 DVD set. Used to love getting these because it was a cheap way of getting multiple films. And I want to sit down and recapture the magic. Spy Kids was a great film, and I know I've seen the first. I want to say maybe the second. I don't think I've seen three though. So I'm gonna go back and just go through this trilogy and see what I think of it. The Iron Giant rewatch. Saw it when it first came out, but I was a kid and it's been a long time, so I need to rewatch it. The Little Rascals. I remember loving this movie, but the thing is, I want to rewatch this because I want to relive the story and I want to make sure this disc actually works. This was one of those cheap buys, so I want to make sure that copy works. If not, I'll get another one. The Little Mermaid Diamond Edition includes DVD plus Blu-ray. Seen this? Been years. So this is one of those that, hey, I need to rewatch it. Pocahontas, one of my favorite Disney films. Pocahontas 2. Now, I don't know if I've seen the second one. I know I've seen the first one multiple times. It's one of my favorites. I love anything with Native Americans. And this is definitely one I'm going to rewatch. Beauty and the Beast. Been a long time. I know I've seen it. I've watched the live action one more, though, because I love that one. But I need to rewatch this. Oliver and Company. So the funny thing about this one, I don't remember the whole movie. I just remember a couple of the songs. But I remember my grandma having this one because we had VHSs at home, but my grandma had great grandma. She had different Disney and kids movies than we did, so it was always exciting going to grandma's because we got to watch different movies than what we would at home. I remember this wasn't like my top one. I think my top one was the live action 101 Dalmatian. There's a scene where the main character is riding a bike and he flips off of it, and these two older ladies are sitting down, and she goes, I don't think he wanted to do that. And my grandma and I both found that so funny. Freaky Friday. I was surprised to find this because the second one had been released at theaters lately, and I thought this would be real popular. There was one copy left, and I was able to get it. And it's not in the greatest shape with the case, so I'm hoping it just works. And if so, then I'm okay with it being beat up because it looks this looks like one of those films that's really scratched. So it could be one of those that they were trying to get rid of it and they didn't actually clean it. We will see if it works. If not, I may have to get another copy. The scratches are not looking too promising. That's the only bad thing about buying secondhand. These next two films, I loved Coraline and Paranorman. I wanted to get more of the Leica because I heard there was more. This one, The Box Trolls, heard it's kind of odd compared to the others, but I'm going to check it out and give my own opinion. Next, we have Kubo and the Two Strings. This is one of those that I really want to see. Of the two, I'm most excited for this one. So that's the kid movies that I want to see. Then we have our last stack incoming. One of these I was going to watch tonight. I'll save that for the end, but we'll watch it maybe tomorrow. Captain America: Brave New World. This is a movie that I wanted to go to theaters, but for some reason, I didn't get around to seeing this in theaters. I think I was going to, and then maybe I ended up working overtime or something. And so my friend went, and I just never got around to seeing it. So I said, okay, fine, I'll buy it. My buddy told me, watch Eternals, then this, because those are two I have not seen of the MCU. I have the majority of the movies. I'm still missing, I think, Black Widow, which I plan on buying from a friend here soon. And then, of course, I don't have, let's see, I have Thunderbolts. I don't have Fantastic Four, so when that comes out, I'll be getting it. So Captain America is one of those at the top of my list. That's one that I have not seen from the MCU. Next up, speaking of top of the list, this one that my friend got me for my birthday. It is one everyone says is excellent. Kevin Costner Dances with Wolves. Once again, anything with Native Americans, and I'm drawn to it naturally. I just love Native American lore and like their history and their, what I mean by lore is like folklore, like their beliefs and everything. But I love anything Native American. Just for some reason, I'm naturally drawn to it. A Dog's Journey and a Dog's Purpose. Um, I have heard these are kind of sad and that different, maybe negative things about it, but I still want to give them a shot based on the casting. You got KJ Apa from Riverdale, and I absolutely love him as an actor, and Dennis Quaid. Next up, An American Werewolf in London. Got this at a record store for like a buck. It was one of those, I'll check it out. American Werewolf in Paris. Yeah, I want to get American Werewolf in London. I love that. I was told it's completely different, so I was disappointed because I was hoping it was going to be similar to that one. But they're saying here it's a thriller. Could be good. Divergent and Insurgent. Divergent I've seen twice, but it's one of those that I think I was watching with friends when we were talking, so I need to rewatch it so I can get more of the story. And then Insurgent. It's also some books I haven't read, but Insurgent is coming up. And I will, if you guys like this, I will probably do this with books too. The books I have not read. So if you want that, leave a comment because I have a good amount of books I have not read. And if you want me to, I will go through what I have not read yet. So Divergent, Insurgent, I plan on doing like a double feature someday when I have multiple hours to kill. Next up, The Equalizer. I have seen the first Equalizer, but it's been a while and I need to rewatch it because what I'm wanting to do is go, okay, here's Equalizer, here's Equalizer 2, and here's Equalizer 3. Here's the story of this. The first one I went and bought on Blu-ray. The second one, got it on DVD. And the third one was a Christmas gift, and my dad got me the 4K plus Blu-ray. I think he knew I had Blu-ray, but I was getting ready to upgrade my Xbox and get a Series X because my one quit working, and I wanted something to play games on. So I went and got that. So yeah, I look forward to watching the whole trilogy together. I mean, not in one day, but, you know, pretty close together. Next up, Sandra Bullock, The Blind Side. I've seen parts of this when it was on TV. I just have never sat down and watched the full film. I heard it's amazing. The bits of it I remember seeing were good. I just needed to watch the whole film. Hidden Figures. This is one of those sale movies I got, and I thought this looks amazing. Read the synopsis, like I need to sit down and watch this. So this is gonna go to towards the top, not the top, but it's gonna go up there. Next up, the Phantom of the Opera. It's not in the best shape. The cover's been taped. This is the um, Gerard Butler, Patrick Wilson, Emmy Rossum, Miranda Richardson, and Minnie Driver. Phantom of the Opera. So I look forward to seeing that. Everyone talks highly about it. After Earth, a movie that I bought on sale really cheap, was told it's awful. Gonna give it one watch. If I can't get into it with like the first 15, 20 minutes, I'm just gonna get rid of it. I was told it is one of the worst movies ever made because of different things. But yeah. Next up, we have The Heat. I've seen parts of this, and what I did see was hilarious. I think I started watching it, and I had to go do something, and I never got to finish it. I need to watch that. No, next up, 30th anniversary edition of Mel Brooks' Blazing Saddles. Never give a saga an even break. I was told this is funny as hell. It just would not hold up if it was being made today. But it was Mel Brooks. My name is Jim, but most people call me Jim. So yeah, I can't wait to check this out to get my thoughts on it. And I try to look at the time period it was made in because this was that time where everybody made fun of everybody. And then at the top of the list, the movie I was going to watch tonight, but ended up finishing my wrestling instead and reading, Good Will Hunting. Never seen this film. Shocker, I know. I want to watch it. Good Will Hunting's one of those that somehow I've never seen it. I love Robin Williams. Um, I'm sure there's going to be some emotions hit as Robin Williams was one of my favorites, and it's still sad to think about his passing and everything. But Good Will Hunting, and then I would like to get my hands on Dead Poets Society. I was told that's also a vibe right there. So yeah, those are the films that I have yet to watch that are in my to be watched pile. My to be watched pile, as I've said with before with books, same thing with movies. I will watch a few movies and then I will buy some more that are on sale, and then I just never get caught up. And I'm okay with having a few titles to see, but when you have that many titles of unwatched films, it gets kind of intimidating. So I'm starting to try to like, okay, with Netflix, reading and movies and gaming, let's split it up to where I can do a little bit of everything. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you're well, and yeah, you take care.